Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brock Page, and if you want to save yourself some time, check out my picks for this video in the description section below. Once again, I'm not a sports betting expert, I'm just a fan. I hit yet again another moneyline parlay in last night's NBA action, and with that said, let's get into some picks for February 4th. Philadelphia -8 at Miami with the total points at 207.5. Currently, Miami's laying 400 on the money line. Let's look at some trends. Miami's gone a solid 60% against the spread as the favorite. As the official home favorites, they've covered a legitimate 63%. In addition to some pretty good numbers against the spread, Miami's been on a remarkable 9-game win streak with marquee wins over Houston and Golden State. On the other side, the Sixers cover just 20% of their games against teams giving up 99 to 102 a game. They've also failed to cover in 2 of their last 3. All that said, let's break down the total points. Both teams have collectively averaged 210 total combined points in their last 4 games respectively. Both teams have also gone over the line in 2 of their last 3. That said, I'm foregoing the spread and the total points in this one. I'm taking the Miami Heat to win this one outright for the first pick of my 2-teamer. Once again, Miami wins this one outright for Game 1 of my 2-team parlay. Next matchup, Golden State at Sacramento. The betting opened up with Golden State as the 11.5-point favorite. Total points opened up at 228. Since then, Golden State's currently -12 against the spread, with the total points dropping down to an even 226. Let's look at some trends. Sacramento's covered just 10 of 21 against teams winning more than 55%. They've also covered just 46% against teams giving up more than 102 a game. Along with these lackluster stats, the Kings lost 2 of their last 3, with one of those losses coming at the hands of the Philadelphia 76ers. On the other side, Golden State's won 4 straight and 11 of their last 12. Let's break down the total points real quick. Both teams are collectively averaging 228 total combined points in their last 4 games respectively. Golden State's games have gone over the line in 3 of their last 4. Sacramento games have gone over the line in 5 of their last 6. That said, I'm foregoing the total points and the spread in this one. I'm taking the Golden State Warriors to win this one outright for the second pick of my 2-teamer. Once again, Golden State wins this one outright for Game 2 of my 2-team parlay. Next game I have for you, it's going to be New Orleans -7 at Washington. Total points jumped up to an even 217. Washington's a solid 18-9 at home against the spread, and they cover an impressive 68% as the official home favorite. They also successfully covered the spread in their first matchup with New Orleans. Now on the other side, the Pelicans covered just 9 of 21 as the official road underdog. They've also covered just 11 of 23 against teams winning more than 55%. Both teams collectively averaged just 211 total combined points in their last 4 games respectively. All that said, I like Washington in a teaser. I'm taking the Wizards +3 in a 10-point sweetheart teaser. Once again, I like Washington +3 as the first pick of my teaser. Next contest, Charlotte +7 at Utah. Total points dropped down to 197.5. Utah's covered a ridiculous 100% of their games against teams around 500. On the other side, Charlotte successfully covered just 4 of 15 as the underdog or pick'em. They've also covered a dismal 33% of their games at the current point spread. Both teams have collectively averaged 206 total combined points in their last 4 games respectively. All that said, I like Utah in the teaser. I'm taking the Jazz +3 in my 10-point sweetheart teaser. Once again, I like Utah +3 as the second pick of my teaser. Next game, Orlando +7.5 at the Atlanta Hawks. Total points dropped down to an even 207. Orlando's covered just 42% of their games overall and only 47% as the underdog. They've also covered just 12 of 36 facing teams giving up more than 102 a game. On the other side, Atlanta's won 2 of their last 3. Both teams have collectively averaged 221 total combined points in their last 4 games respectively. In addition to that, Orlando games have gone over the line in 3 of their last 4. Atlanta games have gone over the line in 2 of their last 3. I like the total points in this one. I'm foregoing the spread in the moneyline cash. I'm taking the over 207 in this one. Next game I have for you, Detroit +4 at Indiana. The Pacers have won 5 straight and covered a decent 54% of their games at home. Detroit's covered just 38% of their games on the road. They've also covered just 6 of 18 games as the official road underdog. Both teams collectively averaged 214 total combined points in their last 4 games respectively. That said, I like the numbers against the spread here. I'm taking the Indiana Pacers laying 4 points against the spread. Once again, I like Indiana -4 at home. Next contest, Memphis -1.5 at Minnesota. Total points drop down to an even 203. Memphis has successfully covered 2 out of 3 games against the T-Wolves this season. They also cover a solid 67% in the second game of the back-to-back. They've also covered a solid 63% of their games at the current point spread. On the other side, Minnesota's lost their last 2 straight and covered just 13 of 26 at home. Before last night's action, both teams were collectively averaging 217 total combined points in their previous 4 games respectively. All that said, I like the spread and the total points in this one. Against the spread, I like Memphis -1.5 covering on the road. And when it comes to the total points, I'm taking the over 203. Next and final game, Milwaukee +1.5 at Phoenix. The Suns have been getting absolutely decimated in their losses lately. Prior to last night's action, the Suns lost 5 straight games, with their 3 most recent losses coming by an average of 13 points a game. They're also a winless 0-3 against teams at the current point spread. Prior to last night's action, both teams collectively averaged 219 total combined points in their previous 4 games respectively. That said, I like the spread in this one. I'm taking the Milwaukee Bucks +1.5. Well, folks, that is going to do it for me. Once again, I have to remind you that I'm not a sports betting expert, nor do I implore you to take any of my picks. Now, if for some reason you decide to use the information on this program, you're utilizing it at your own discretion. Most importantly, if you're betting any of these games, do it safe, do it responsibly, and most important, have fun. For Brock Page, Predictions and Sports Picks, I'm Brock Page, and have yourself a positive day.